Hello, and welcome to another episode of Things I Can't Stand in Desktop Publishing. Now, you may say to yourself, that seems to be a bit of a harsh title for a video that'll help people. But actually, it's not. The reality is this: a lot of people tend to do things as a shortcut for a lack of knowledge in the world of desktop publishing. And unfortunately, if other people are working on that file or files or documents or what have you, then that means that their shortcut may end up being a long process for somebody else. Technically, in life, as a designer, musician, artist, it's good to find shortcuts. And I'm not chastising anybody who think that a shortcut, is a negative thing or what have you. What I'm saying is good design, good habits build good design. That's what I'm trying to actually say. So with that being said, let's start our first episode of Things I Can't Stand, which is only going to last for a couple of minutes. So the first thing I can't stand is tabs. I myself learned how to do tabs because tabbing is a fundamental. When you're doing a Word documentation, page layout program, or what have you, tabbing is a whole lot easier than using the space bar. And, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Right now we're in Microsoft Word, and, for instance, let's just say, let's just throw some random gibberish on the screen. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Yeah, well, okay, let's do that over again. Da-da-da-da, tab. Da-da-da, tab. Da-da-da, tab. Da-da-da, tab. Then you have the same. I'll just copy and paste. Then you have that. Now I'll use the space bar to recreate tabbing. Now, as you can see, they both look equal, correct? All right, that's great. But what happens if you have, let's say, I'm going to copy this. I'm copying the first line. But let's say, for instance, you have a paragraph or document filled where the one on the bottom here is using spacebar to give you that sense of columns, while the top appears using tabs. Now, suppose, for instance, your client or your art director or whoso be in charge decide that they want the spacing to be a little bit wider. Well, guess what? This thing over here is called tabs. You see I have left, center, right, decimal, bar. Learn them. It'll save your life. Learn them. So, my director wants me, or since I'm the art director and creative director, I want to space the tabs a little bit more like that. I want to fill the page, but I want to keep it as even as possible. Like tricks, they're magically delicious. And visually, they're magically delicious. Because now, I was able to do that in one shot. Versus this, where I'll have to go in and constantly do that for each and every spacing in between. Now, yeah, basically you're saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to have to do that for 300 pages? I mean, okay, maybe you could do it for a couple of lines. It's a cheat. Maybe you're working on a business card and you can't seem to get the spacing or the tabbing right. It's a cheat. Maybe you're working on a postcard or something that only have a couple of lines. It's a cheat. Cheating is great, but knowledge is a whole lot better. So with this being said, learn your tabs. It's pretty easy to use. And as you see, there's more than different ways of being able to do so. And each tab gives you something a little bit different. Now, my next episode, I will explain a little bit in more detail about tabbing in InDesign, in Adobe InDesign. Bye.